Okay, let's take a look at this vertebral column next. Before we get there, there's a little bone that hangs out right in this region right here. So I'm gonna use the articulated skeleton to show us this one. This one is not sometimes shown on a lot of models because it doesn't actually connect to any other bone. So you kind of have to have it hanging in mid-air here. But this kind of U-shaped bone right here, this is the hyoid bone, the hyoid bone. So there it is right there. It's not in every model, but it is an important bone for us to check out. But now let's go and check out this vertebral column right here. All of these vertebrae housing the spinal cord down the center with a bunch of beautiful little projections coming off of it for points of attachment for muscles. Okay, this vertebral column is split up into three major sections. In the neck, we have the cervical vertebrae, and they are numbered 1 through 7. So here is C1, C2, all the way down to C7. In the middle right here, we have our thoracic vertebrae, and these are 12 of them, and they're labeled T1 through T12. And then at the bottom down here, the largest ones, these are our lumbar vertebrae, and there are 5 of those, and they're numbered 1 through 5, L1, L2, and so on and so forth. So if you ever hear of somebody like fracturing C3, we're talking about cervical vertebrae 3, or if they have a disc impingement or something between L1 and L2, we're talking about lumbar vertebrae there. At the very bottom, we have 2 other bones that I'd like us to be aware of. This massive bone right here, which is several bones fused together, and you'll notice that there are a bunch of these holes for spinal nerves to exit. This is the sacrum. And then at the very bottom, these fused together bones right here is the coccyx. We've got the sacrum and the coccyx down here. If you fall on your butt and break your tailbone, we're almost always talking about snapping all or some of this little bone off at the most posterior end. Okay, other than that, a couple things that I want to talk about on this model right here. The only 2 specific bones that I would like us to know are C1 and C2, which are the atlas C1 and the axis C2, which I'll talk more about in a second.